Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Valentina Gomez is running for Congress in Texas. Yeah, fam, she's running. She wants to serve the people. Yeah. Valentina is also running on thin ice because the Republicans in Texas do not like her at all. They want her out. But she's running anyway. Now, here's a story in The Advocate about Valentino and her claims that she was ran out of a party and barred from future Republican Party events. A far-right social media influencer whose political career has been fueled more by provocation than by votes complained this week that Texas Republicans have barred her from party events. She also claimed, without evidence, that she was stripped of her ability to vote, allegations that arrive amid a familiar mix of incendiary rhetoric and unverifiable claims. Valentina Gomez, who has described herself to her more than 400,000 followers online as a Colombian immigrant and a MAGA conservative, made the assertions in a video posted Wednesday to Instagram. In it, she says the Republican Party of Texas is so corrupt that it banned her from party functions after she exposed the horrible health conditions of 84-year-old Congressman John Carter, the longtime incumbent in Texas's 31st congressional district. She also claims she is under investigation by multiple federal agencies and alleges that officials used their power to remove me from the voting rolls, adding that they made it illegal for me to cast my vote. The video quickly veers from grievance to exhortation. Gomez urges supporters to send your mailing ballots to Texas, describes her campaign as David versus Goliath, and asks viewers to vote me to Congress. It closes with a pledge to make Texas the worst place for terrorist Muslims, illegals, and corrupt politicians to live in, followed by a religious sign-off. Local Republicans describe a narrower dispute. The Williamson County Sun reported last week that Gomez was barred from county party events following an altercation at a GOP gathering. Party officials told the paper the restrictions stemmed from conduct at the event, not from policy disagreements. The report described a confrontation involving Carter, 84, who has represented the district since 2003. So she tried to create chaos and play the victim. You know, that's one of those typical things that they do. Yeah, you dig what I'm saying? And when I say they, really, I'm talking about all politicians, fam. Ain't none of them exempt, because they all get down like this. This chick, she relies on really like making inflammatory comments, going over the top, like being super hateful. She actually torched the Quran. I don't know what y'all know about the Quran, but those people take that Bible seriously. They take that Quran seriously. Correction. They take it very, very seriously. And there are some people who are willing to die and kill behind that thing. She better watch herself. She better watch herself. Donald Trump did this. It was his rhetoric. Like, we never seen anything like this until Trump. Well, actually, we did see it back in the 60s. It was commonplace for Southern politicians and candidates to say the worst of the worst things about Black people because they knew that there were uncivilized mutt constituents who would suck it up. They knew that they would suck it up. They would come out with their tongue hanging out, sucking it up. So that's the place. So that's what she's doing. One thing that she has realized, the one thing that she has adapted to well in America is understanding that hate gets you attention. Hate garners attention. So jump out there and just be hateful. You can be a total nobody and just go out there and just start arbitrarily hating. Or you can, you can be direct. You can have your hate can be targeted, especially if you target your hate to a specific group of people. Say, man, especially if you're a Republican. Republicans pay big money for hate. Oh yeah, man, they big on that hate, man. They big on that. They pay big money for hate. I kind of like the idea that they turned on her, and she's not gonna. I don't think she'll win. I think those people would rather that 84-year-old man to just drop dead in mid-sentence during a hearing or a vote than to allow her to come in, because that's why they still got Mitch McConnell in. They're just holding on. They don't give a damn that Mitch McConnell is done. They don't care nothing about that. They trying to squeeze every piece of legislation that they can get out of him. Every piece of vote they can get from him, they trying to take it all away. They don't give a damn if Mitch McConnell, died during a hearing, a formal congressional hearing, or on the toilet. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. They need to drain him for every piece of power that he has. And that's what all this is about. There is no reason why an 84-year-old man should be serving in Congress. The decisions that he makes ain't going to even affect him. See, the decisions you make should have to affect you. You should have to live with those decisions also. That's my thoughts. I mean, you plan for the future and for the people going forward, but I think if you're sticking around to have to live with those decisions, then perhaps you'll make better decisions. But if your decisions one way or another ain't going to affect you at all, you can just say anything, do anything, you don't have a dog in the fight, man, ain't no telling what kind of cliff you might lead people over. I would say finally some news that I could use, some news that I can smile about, but she got the playbook. She got the playbook. Just be as nasty as possible, get loud, target people that white nationalists don't like, because that's all she do. Target people that white nationalists do not like, and you'll be all right in the Republican Party. You're safe in the Republican Party. But Texas is a serious good old boys club, and she ain't welcome. She's not going to win. If she was able somehow to overcome, this issue that she have, she'll end up still out in the cold, because they're going to do everything they can to make sure that they isolate her, that they intimidate her. They're going to intimidate her. They're going to do everything they can to limit her power. Even if she gets the power, they're going to do everything they can to limit her power. But I am excited that she got disrespectful. She got disrespected. I like the fact that she's angry for real this time, not just putting on a show. I like the fact that she didn't get something that she wanted, that she lost sleep. She's really afraid that she might not win now. I think she took it a little too far when she pressed the 84-year-old man, even though that is her competition. I think she went a little too far. She thinks that she's Donald Trump. Trump is the only one can get away with the stuff that he's saying. All these other people that's trying, their ass is going to jail. Everybody else that's trying going to end up losing their seats, and they're going to end up going to jail. The way I see it, it looks like to me that the Republicans have decided that all we need is one Trump. We don't need all this other stuff. And Anybody else trying to do it, you're going to run into some problem because they're not scared of you. They're scared of Trump. The only way Trump can get away with a lot of stuff that he says is because they're afraid of him and they know that he pretty much owns the Republican Party. Anybody else, any other Republican, the way they see it, can be replaced. If you think I'm lying, keep waking up, because Mitch McConnell, you should be out of here in about, give it another 5 minutes. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.